This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Those kind of things have the extremely low frequency, which functions around 7 hertz to 19 hertz. Where this takes place, if your frequency has been lowered to this, actually I think you'll be dead, really. But anywhere near this, involuntary defecation, I don't know what that says. It's supposed to future.
Well, it's supposed to be rupture, I guess.
Rupture. Oh,
of
yeah.
internal organs.
Rupture of internal organs, and that's nausea, disorientation, epileptic fits, vomiting, altered states, hallucinations, ghosts, bleeding Marys, and stigmata. So you see those people, oh, a bleeding Mary. The frequency is low. That's what's actually happening. And they're able to be programmed, mind controlled, to think they see bleeding Marys.
What if you don't use a cell phone?
Well, that's good. That's good. But that doesn't mean you don't have to. That doesn't mean you no longer have to protect yourself, though. Yeah. You're living in a world where you chose to put on a uniform and come here and do this. When you travel on the highway, you see these long poles sticking out right here. Cell phone towers. Everywhere you go now.
Camouflage now.
Oh yeah. Look at that. That's a house. A cell phone tower. That's a house. You wouldn't know. You walk by and think somebody lived there. Look like Mr. Rogers lived there. That's a cell phone tower. Here's one that looks like an old Western out in the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
Out in the desert. That's a cell phone tower.
Devil is something else.
You can't even go near these. You can't even walk anywhere close to
They're
this.
paranoid. Paranoid of what?
Well, you got to understand something.
You watch everything or
America is an experiment. The experiment is not working, so the rest of the white countries said we ain't using it. It's making everybody sick. You understand? Let them have it in America. Okay?
Well, aren't they making their own people sick as well?
They don't care about that. I remember Bob Grant back in the 70s said, we done killed, how come niggas ain't dead? We done poisoned all the water, we done did everything we could to them, but they not dead.
You talk about the
And they said, what about the white people in New York? He said, well, we're willing to give them up to kill these niggas. This is Bob Grant on the radio, and he said, I heard this. I heard this. I heard him
Oh
say
yeah, Bob Grant was one of the biggest racists out there. He would say things just out in the open that are blatantly racist.
So we're not talking about that right now. We already know where they're coming from. This is where you need to come. This is what you need to do and be aware of. Forget about them. But they ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna continue to do what they do.
Be what they are.
Right. So you want to make sure your energy is positive. You want to raise your vibration. You don't want none of this stuff coming nowhere near you. When those waves come near you, you know, because people start acting up. People want to fight. Somebody want to rob something. Something will go down. You go to 145th Street, cops shooting this one. Even the cops they're privy to it also. You on 145th Street, they shot 2 people who were fighting with each other, threw a gun over there, and said, hey, something broke out. Y'all heard about that? 145th Street.
Yeah. One died and one was shot.
Spanish kids are Dominican or
It was
something.
Spanish.
That's when the frequencies get changed. Things like that take place. And okay, we got about another half an hour, so I'm trying to get to the star stepping. But
About 10 minutes on this tape. So.
Okay. All right. So you want to be aware of what's going on, and you want to strengthen. In the Bible, it says put on your armor or something like that. The army of God armor or something like that.
That you might be able to withstand the wiles of the devil.
Right. Armor was what? Silver.
And then it
Silver.
tells you to put on the breastplate
That's right.
and the helmet. That's in there.
And we know that the armor was silver and the breastplate was crystals. The price of an ounce, the price of an ounce of high-grade marijuana is now about the price of a half ounce of gold. Marijuana has been used for healing among millions of people around the world. Many societies have regarded it as a sacred herb and use it as a sacrament since the dawn of human existence. It was found buried with ancient mummies in Asia. Cannabis grows in some varieties everywhere on Earth that plants can grow. It can be helpful in mind-to-mind communication, in management of stress, in healing, and for integration of multiple areas of the mind. Marijuana breaks, you've heard me say it before, breaks mind control. Okay? It expands the mind. It has its negative parts to it, which makes you tired, it makes you lazy. I enjoy that shit though. But I'm telling you, you watch a movie and smoke a joint, trust me, that movie gets deep. You understand? Because the mind control gets broken down. White people are marching in Midtown Manhattan because they know so much about this.
Yes.
They're marching like damn Martin Luther King with banned mind control weapon signs. Okay, because they have trucks that can come out and they park them on the street and beam shit down the whole neighborhood and burn everybody up. Get the YouTube tape I instructed you to get. The microwave tape. This breaks that down and actually shows how they have equipment to actually disperse crowds based on the heat. Because what does it do? It's going through your body too fast. It heats up what? The water around the brain, the heart, and that's why it heats up. And it burns you, and you run it, or you run away, or you back up. Okay? Here's another picture of the motherboard, just to give you an idea of what's in your house, in front of your face when you get on the computer and sun gaze. And you look at that, that's all, this is memory slots. These are the memory slots, right, brother? Yeah. These are the memory slots. They took the school with me, went to school with you with their computers and stuff. And these right here are expansion card slots. This is where the CPU would go. This is the heat sink. That's the first time I've seen the heat sink actually off from the actual CPU to keep it cool. But all of this stuff, just to show you all this stuff, how it connects and how much power you're dealing with right there in your house. These right here are capacitors. They hold, just so that nothing blows out, the power comes in from your wall, it goes into the computer, it holds it there so it won't blow up.
It's DC current.
Right. So if you go outside and you see an old TV, an old radio, an old computer, don't start fucking with it unless you know what you're doing, because that shit will kill you. That little thing right there, all you need to do is take that and pull it off, put your finger right there, you're done.
Yeah.
All right? Not even plugged up.
Very
because all the power coming from the wall is in there, and it holds it there. Okay?
My daughter, Holly, she had Verizon put in the cables with all this other stuff that goes with the cable. And they put this box about this big as white, and it sticks out this much in the wall behind the television. And that's new.
Say it again, sister? Sorry.
Holly had 3 weeks ago had put in her house a Verizon box. They said it's for the main switch to do something. I don't even know, because I'm not into it.
A motor.
But it operates on the cable,
The router.
the computer, the internet, and all that stuff. And it's about this big, it's out the wall, and about this wide on the wall. And it's behind the television. And it's this big system from like about this height, squared to this, then all this other stuff down here, and all this other stuff down here. I told my daughter, I said, what the heck? Wi-Fi?
Did you bring them
Why is
copper
all this
plates?
stuff in here like this?
Oh, no.
We have copper plates that you put in front of your TV and in front of devices that block out a lot of that stuff coming directly at your face.
Okay,
But stay at least 6 to 10 feet away from your television. With your computer, only be on at 20 minutes at a time. And also with the computer, you either have to get out of the way of those waves or block them. So you get the copper plate. We forgot to bring ours with us. Ours is about a 1/4 inch thick, real nice thick copper plates.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know, that's a modem, right.
So we'll have it
That's-
next week or tomorrow.
Yeah, well, next week we want to finish this class. So I'm gonna finish up this class next week because we're running out of time. And I have a lot more information for you. those Wi-Fi systems and cell phone towers and all that can produce nightmares in your life. A nightmare occurs later during the night or the second half of a sleep period. Nightmares are dreams, a long, frightening dream which awaken the dreamer or sleeper. It is clearly remembered and remembered as a dream experience. It's a dream you have to deal with, though. It's giving you information, and it wants to make sure you understand that it's telling you, your own mind is telling you something, so it shakes you, scares you. Look, pay attention. Don't dismiss it. Nightmare, okay? Night terror, which is much different. This is definitely ELF here. And it can even be done through EHF. Sleepers do not remember night terrors. Now, a sleeper could be a person that goes to sleep, one person, and wake up another person. And that happens whenever you hear, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. That means somebody is waking up a different person than they were when they went to sleep to go out and do something, go back in the bed, go to sleep, and wake up and don't know what the hell went happening. Sleepers do not remember night terrors. It sinks into Traumaville. The night terror occurs early during the sleep period, usually within 2 hours of sleep onset. It consists of a simple awakening in terror, most often accomplished by a scream or choking. Okay? So if you get that, then know that you are under attack. Okay? Most people will get the top one, which is a good thing because it's a warning to yourself, but this one is an exterior. This is coming from somewhere else. Palm cell phone tower. That's a palm tree cell phone tower. And they don't even try to make it look real. That one just straight up looked like some plastic stuff. And if you look in there, you see the cylinders and everything right up in there. You can't even relax on the beach anymore. I mean, but we all want to use our phones, right? So this is what we got to deal with.
I don't use.
More tree cell phones, palm tree cell phones.
What about regular phones? Just a regular house?
Landline phone is better. I'm looking for one now.
I haven't.
Go sit in the park and go sit on that rock right there.
It's a town.
It's a cell phone tower. We go to the park and chill out. Yo, let's sit right here and have our lunch or whatever. You sitting on a damn cell phone tower. They're everywhere. Everything right now is suspect. Your eyes, your mind can play tricks on you, but your eyes can deceive you. You understand? So everything is not what it appears to be. Can you imagine going to a park and seeing something like that? You know, and it feels just like a rock and everything. You wouldn't know. You're going to have your picnic or whatever you do right there. And then open it up and you see what's inside.
Or
there,
your kids would run around and jump up and play on it.
Exactly. It's almost as if they're purposely trying to kill you.
They are.
We've all seen this. Cell phone tower. That's the stateless. When you go to the mall, you see all these things here. That's a cell phone tower. And you could actually, they didn't even try to hide the cylinders on this one. See that? That's a fake tree cell phone tower. Right there. And this is the operations center. In there is all the computers and all the things they need to run the cell phone towers for that whole area.
You probably have to go in there with body armor.
They probably don't, once they put it up, they probably never go back.
Yeah, that's wow.
So G4 is worse than G3.
Yes.
We don't have G4 here yet.
They're gonna, this,
It's not here.
with the advent of Internet 2, it's going beyond that. Beyond that. This, now come on, tell me, look at this. 2 trees don't grow like that. What is going on here? Some of the leaves are pointing down, that's male. Some of the leaves are pointing up, that's female. Trees don't grow like that. Or, what is that? I don't know, what is that? I don't want to be playing on football over here. Now this one you can see if you head up north on 85. You'll see that one before you get to, yeah, around that area,
That's
Westchester County.
87.
Yeah, 87, right, 87, right, 87. There's a couple more, they gotta put them way out in here, near the mountaintops. Fake cell phone towers. or a building or whatever, cell phone tower. The Christians have joined the act. They've joined in with them, working with them. That's a cell phone tower, a gigantic cross. Water, I think this used to be they tried to make it look like a water tower. Water tower, these are all cell phone towers. Flag poles, everything. All cell phone towers. Church steeples, more church cell phone towers. This looks like a water tower, but it's a cell phone tower. You can actually see the antennas. More water towers, cell phones, buildings that are supposed to be cell phone towers. All around you, everywhere you go. No, nobody's in these buildings. They're part of the cell phone tower to make it. Now this one looks like it's wood, don't it? But look at the cylinders around it.
Make it look like it's.
Right, those buildings are put there to make it look as though,
Yes.
and you can see everything is dead.
It's not dangerous, somebody lives there.
Radio frequencies. Orson Welles came out with a radio show telling people aliens landed.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was going crazy and all this kind of stuff running around on the street like Maple Street in the Twilight Zone or something.
Yeah.
But again, we go back to what radio waves are. Radio waves are frequencies. 105.4 is the frequency. The words you hear are carried on the frequency. You understand? So they used a frequency that they know that would work as far as mind control goes to make this particular radio show, and everybody panicking. And that was also the advent of the flying saucer, which was really Wilhelm Reich dealing with Oregon to create a weather machine. It was a weather balloon. But it was the Wilhelm Reich technique, and they used it to scare people and call it a flying saucer.
That Michael Jackson, yeah.
I don't know, that looks like Lawrence Cheney or somebody.
Oh, right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
No, this is an old newspaper, very old. Yeah, fake radio war stirs terror throughout the U.S. Books you have to get, or I recommend, The Meaning of Life. Yo, this book here, I might have an extra copy at home. If not, I'm not selling mine, I'm sorry. This book has everything you need to know about metaphysics in it. Everything you need to know. I mean, from the pineal gland to Tantra to Kabbalah, and it's illustrated. Big, thick book. You're going to pay about $40 for it.
Like who?
Poison Noble.
Let me just see who that is.
Steve
Flowers.
Niles McFly.
Yeah.
Niles McFlower.
Good book.
4 stars, $40.
Yeah.
The Complete Guide to Metaphysics. You have that one, brother?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that's a great book. It's so good that you don't even want to read it. You just put it down and just look at it and say, wow, can't wait to read that.
You can't put it down.
Right. This is one of my favorites right here. So I get a good shot on that one too. That's one of my favorites.
He has 2 of them, 2 versions.
Yeah. I have the original. I think I went too far.
What's the name of the other one?
Yeah, I'm going to bring it down a little. How to Create a Total Mind Control Slave by Fritz Springmeier. Volume 1 and 2. Now I have the original ones are not on the street anymore, but good copies of them are out there. I have the originals. I paid $80 each. And Peter Moon hooked me up with these. These have the color pictures in them and everything. This one. But this is the most powerful book that I've ever seen on mind control and programming and Moonchild and satanic and demons and all that stuff is in this. How to Create a Total Mind Control Slave. Excellent, excellent, excellent book.
And who's the?
By Fritz Springmeier, who they locked him up for putting this book out. He was in jail for putting the book out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still alive in jail.
He's still alive in jail, but they got him for this book right here. The book's been pulled.
So when should we get this?
It's on the streets. I could probably have it done up again. If people have to ask me for it, I'm not gonna just bring books out and just sit there and nobody know what's going on. If you ask me for it, I'll get it for you. Very powerful. Ali Muhammad, my great brother Ali Muhammad. This is a great book by him that gives you a good sense of what's going on as far as your culture, history, and also law.
No.
Now this, The Art of Shinku, is a must-have.
What's the name of Ali's book?
Ali's book is called Preparation War. And let me see if I can blow it up a little. Reparations, War, What Will Free and Unite, I think it says? Yeah, I don't know what that word is right there. Black people, Ali Muhammad. This book right here is the most dynamite book I've ever seen. I know I'm saying that about every book, ain't I? The Art of Shinku, this is the art of everything. Martial arts, how to tie ropes, how to do breathing, how to survive in the wilderness, how to cook your food, what plants to eat, so on and so on and so on. This is a must-have. This is a bug-out bag book. Y'all know what a bug-out bag is, right?
Yeah.
Bug-out bag is when some shit go down, you got a bag, you just grab it and go.
That's right.
This goes in it. That goes in it. That could save your life one day.
Who's it by?
That's by, let's see, let's go down a little.
Somebody was doing a movie on that using that technique.
Well, Wesley Snipes used some of that stuff, but it doesn't have one set form of martial arts.
No, but he was doing a movie in it also.
Is that what he used in The Art of War? That
No.
movie?
No.
The Art of War is another ancient Taoist book called The Art of Ping Fa.
Who's the author?
Zeke, Z-E-E-K.
Who's that by?
Z-E-E-K. That one, I saw a copy on the shelf at Borders on 50th Street. I saw one copy there. If you want an original copy. Otherwise, I have it also.
50th Street.
50th Street. This is how Wi-Fi works.
What avenue, excuse me?
3rd Avenue. But I carry that book. This is how Wi-Fi works. When they first came out with it, the banks had to restructure how they set up their banks, and Windows had to be shut down because someone could come with a same Wi-Fi system with their laptop and tap into what's going on right here. So if you have Wi-Fi at home, you can be, if the person is a hacker, they have ways, there's no protection from computers, and no protection from anybody getting no real protection from a hacker from anybody getting your information. Okay? So you want to limit what you now write and say and type and all of that stuff, because the CIA been watching YouTube and Blog Talk and all that stuff. And we can't hide anyway because your skin is your uniform, but still, you don't want to be targeted. Because they're not going to come to you, they're going to send out signals. They're going to send out signals. They're on every hospital, these giant towers, and they're everywhere. All right, so you don't want to be targeted, and you don't want your family targeted and all like that. So protect yourself. If you feel as though the Wi-Fi, there's an area where people could tap in, you put some aluminum foil up or some copper. And they have a black paint, which I'm getting in a couple of weeks. It's the black paint that you paint your wall, and no electromagnetic energies can come in at all. They're using that in Switzerland and in Europe, and other parts of Europe. Okay? And we got about 5 more minutes, and we're going to cut it short, and then we're going to come back next week. I advise you to come back next week to check out the second part, but briefly, let's do this, and then, so I won't have so much to do next week, because the brother, Shabazz, is also going to come and deal with some dim mak exercises and some bakwa, pretty simple stuff though, nothing too far out, more like entry level. So we're gonna let him do at least a half an hour, maybe more next week, but I'm gonna finish this up next week also because I got a lot of very, very important information for you here that I haven't even actually gotten to yet.
Who's coming next week, excuse me?
Shabazz, the brother Shabazz.
Abdul Shabazz.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, if I start something else in here, it'll be too much to finish up in time. So right now, what I'm gonna do is take a few questions from anyone that may have a question on anything I spoke about. We have a few minutes to do that. So, yes, sister.
And I saw you on the street, you told me to mention this dream that I was telling you about that I had
Yes.
about electronics.
Okay.
And it seemed that my telephone was either my telephone or computer, which I didn't have. I was putting it on and something said, you can get 4 things from this particular piece of equipment if you buy it.
The dream told you that.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I said, well, how much is it? And someone said it's $500. But look how much you get from it. Because when you play this, you can get 4 and 5 other things and get other things connected. I mentioned this to you on the street.
I mean, I could go into the esoteric part of that, but honestly, I'm gonna, from my research and studying with dreams, when you turn your television off, or cable, or whatever you turn off, radio, they still have the ability to implant messages. Okay? So advertisements and all these different things that might come into your apartment could be projected directly to you. Because we already know the camera's in there and they can see everything and they know what's
But
going
my
on.
television is in the living room, not bedroom.
That's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Should I unplug it?
No, you gotta get the copper plates. Put a copper plate. If you want to get some mud cloth, right?
Yes.
Staple aluminum foil to the mud cloth and cover your TV up. Okay, you can do that too.
To the mud cloth.
Yeah, get a big piece of
So the mud cloth is going to be on the outside and the aluminum
aluminum foil
foil
on the inside.
on the top.
And just cover your TV up. Right, right. That'll work.
Now, the young lady that introduced you to me via your tapes wanted to know, she had a dream of her sister. This is all in her dream. Her sister was having a nightmare.
Okay, we have a whole
And
section on
scream.
dreams that we're going to do next week, but let me tell me.
And she said that she went in to help her sister, but some power took her up and kept her suspended there, and she could not move to help her sister.
Right. Every time you have a dream, you're not really, the sister's still alive.
Yes, her sister's alive.
Okay, so all dreams, if they're not about a deceased relative, deal with you. It's an aspect of you in the bed.
Okay.
When she was lifted up,
Mhm.
she was coming up out of the dream, but she hadn't quite made it out of the dream yet, so she was frozen. Not only in the dream, but she probably couldn't move and get up out of her bed either. Right? So anytime you're coming, when you're going and coming into a dream, you could either be falling or flying. Okay? So either one of those things are possible.
We were talking earlier about how you send out energy through your right hand and you take in energy through your left. Like, what is the significance of that as it relates to what hand you use, whether you're left-handed or right-handed?
Mentally, if you're left, say like for instance, the person was taught to be left-handed, your mental energy to do things may be projected out through the left hand. But when it does get projected out, it'll be projected out through the top part of the left hand because that's the polarity of the human body, is that the left hand, the top part of the left hand projects out. But the bottom part of the left hand, there's, I guess if your thoughts are strong enough, you could change your whole shape of how you look at everything. But the normal way energies move through the human body is that the front of the left hand is going to pull in, and the back is going to push out. And the same thing with the other side, and the same thing with your front and your back. You see, the male front energy moves up his body, and that's why when he gets an erection, the erection tries to get up there, go up. You see, when he's not stimulated, then the energy goes down. Now, when the front is stimulated upward, the back is stimulated downward.
So when the energy goes down, is that why, you know, the feet hurt?
No, that's different. When that deals more with a mind pattern, meaning that either a hard way to go, or not willing to go, or not willing to step forward. There are numerous reasons why a person's feet might hurt. I don't mind be hurting.
I just thought you wanted to make sure that wasn't it.
You know.
It's the way they make the shoes.
Huh?
It's the way they make the shoes.
Well, you know, I used to do football, martial, everything. My feet kicked everything, did this, then that. You know, when you're young, you don't care. You just do.
Well, it's something the way they make them plumbing shoes.
Yeah. And then your weight also means a lot with that also.
And concrete.
Yeah, well, of course, yes.
When you said about the releasing the power from the left hand, is this something that happens automatically or something you have to do to?
It all depends on what you want to do. You know, like for instance, we deal with the silver and the gold and the copper, which I have 2 coins here. You always want to keep this and touching this because it heals, all right? And that's what we need these days. If you have, it's the $10. Give somebody one, somebody that you love or somebody in your family that don't eat right or whatever. Here, this is for you. Keep it in your pocket and bring you good luck. You understand? And so it cleanses metallic waste out, fish, mercury fillings, whatever it is that you took into your body that was metallic, this pulls it out like a magnet, copper. It's historically sound. The history behind it is historically sound. This copper was worth the same amount as gold.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't know that. And it's going back there. History always repeats. You see? So I recommend that. It's the cheapest thing you can buy, and guess what? The most healing is a penny. Not modern pennies, but the a little bit older pennies. I think it's.
Where do we get them?
We have them. We have them.
82.
82. Right. Right. Matter of fact, I think we showed some of that.
39.
39?
When you go to the store and get your change,
I love my
watch out.
my
They give you some kind of old
1892
penny.
Yeah.
I got one back in
Indian
19.
Okay, we'll take one more question because we all, you know, I want to make this a nice little, we do our little church Sunday school and go home and finish up whatever we're doing, so it won't infringe on anybody's personal business.
But it's not really a question. I just wanted to, first of all, thank you for an excellent presentation.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Let me give a shout out to my queen, Jade. This brother, you don't know, he's a hard working brother. I mean, this dude got this place running, come outside, bring all that stuff downstairs. But just a hard working brother. So, you know, he's always on my good list. You know? And give yourself a hand just for coming out today on a Sunday. And I got to give my man in the back there. He went all the way to computer school 6 months and trained in computers with me. And he comes here fervently every Sunday for the last 3 years, starting the 3rd year doing these classes to videotape these. And he's an excellent videographer. So,
I just wanted to tell everybody I got this stone. It was lapis lazuli.
Lazuri?
No, you said
Labradorite.
labradorite. I just got that from Infundisha
Yes,
here.
yes.
It's powerful.
Yes, it is. It's a
Contains
very powerful
incredible
stone.
charge.
He was the one who actually made me aware of it. And then I did my own research on it.
Yeah, it's powerful.
But next week, we got star stepping. This is the magical part. We didn't get to the magical part. What you need to do in your life to make things work for you. Next week, we finish up with the dreams, the star stepping, and all the occult dark side stuff that we didn't touch on today. Ghosts and demons and what to watch out for and what's happening around here. So next week, hopefully, I'll see all of y'all here. I wouldn't want to miss it, but I'll be here. So, and in the back we have the DVDs, what we talked about, and the jewelry and so forth, and then we have the copper coins. So hopefully I'll see y'all next week. All right, thank you.
All the
All right.
ladies. He had a lunch. Do you show me? He had a lunch. 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 He had Did you tell him about your stream, the large?
Yeah, he
what
showed
to
me,
do?
he told me what to do.
He showed